Hey Internet, this is Ari Koinuma speaking for blackbirdsfly.com. Blackbirdsfly is a website on which we explore the intersection between rock music and meaning of life. So, In Flames, a veteran Swedish death metal band. They've been around a long time, but in the latter half of their career, the singer Anders has really started exploring these deeper life issues, and I'm just a big fan because of that. Their songs are often very heroic and very full of life, passion, and when that's coupled with his words that explore these introspective issues, it is a really powerful experience that inspired me again to ponder my life and to make changes. So they're awesome, and this song Disconnected is a fine example of that. This song is about looking out and seeing people who are on automatic pilot, and they go through their life and not really seeing things that's around them, and sort of living life without really thinking or feeling anything in particular. And I've been there. I would say that is sort of a feeling of numbness, right? It's like you feel either bored or you feel stuck and you feel powerless, and you sort of seek engagement from TV shows or snacks or drinks or whatever, just so you don't have to feel how bad you feel about your life or how disengaged you are. And the heart of the song is in that statement, I feel like shit, but at least I feel something. And that sounds like a wrong thing to boast about, really, but think about this. So, anything good in life, Stephen Pressfield has a book called The War of Art, and he talks about the concept of the resistance. Anything good in life has this sort of a counteracting force that sort of try to prevent you from pursuing that. So, whether it's exercise, dieting, quitting drinking, seeking a better job, going to school, learn something, whatever it is that is good in your life. And the more significant, the more meaningful that is, the greater the resistance. So, the great resistance makes us want to run away. It just feels more painful, it just feels heavier, and it's just hard to get to the things. Precisely because those are the powerful, more things with more potential hidden underneath. But it's just really easy to run away, and when you keep running away, it becomes a habit, and you just end up feeling your life is this sort of automatic pilot. It is habits of just shallow engagements, and that state is a state of not feeling anything in particular very vividly, and you get in the mindset of escaping anything that is truly intense, truly challenging. But as the song says, you receive what you give. And such life really is not life, in a way. Look at the dead outside the window, the song begins. There are those of us who are alive but not really living a life. And the song is a caution against sustaining such state. the thing is, a lot of us have these fears, a lot of us and pains that are stuck inside. And once you have these feelings, we have our mind works in such a way that if that's too big, then it just sort of puts it away into different parts of our body and it just store it there. And it doesn't matter how long it stays there, it just doesn't go away. The only way for the feelings to go away is by feeling them. And therein lies the temptation to just keep putting it off, because feeling some of these things is definitely not a pleasant thing. But if you don't feel it, it will get stuck. It will just fester, and it will really sort of drive your life into this bleak existence, where if you do get out and try to meet some of the challenges, try to change your life, that is scary and painful, especially at first, because all this built up resistance that have been stuck there, you just kind of feel the onslaught of them, and you might feel overwhelmed and hopeless. But that is a step that you kind of have to go through to break through and get in the habit of always challenge yourself, always getting out and rising to the occasion, and to keep moving up to the next step, next height in your life. So to feel numb, to not feel anything in life, actually that's worse in the long run than feeling painful. Because if you are feeling some kind of pain, if you're struggling, that is an opportunity for you to process that feeling and get it out of your system, or to discover something that you're not learning. You're refusing to learn something about your life, so you keep putting yourself through some kind of painful experiences. And either way, it's an opportunity. It is in the long run, in the grand scheme of things, feeling pain is a sign of progress. You may not feel that, you may not see it that way, but it is. Or at least it has the potential to. If you're feeling numb, if you're not feeling anything, that's a state of stuckness. You're not moving. And that is the one that you want to really watch out for. It's an easy state to stay in, and it's easy to sustain, but it is dangerous. You can spend years, even decades, stuck in that place, and when you look back, you have this feeling of emptiness, and that is not something that I wish upon anybody. So it's an urgent cry, and it seems scary, it might feel heavy, it might feel painful, but that momentary discomfort is part of life. It's a sign that you're actually alive, and through it you can start to change. You can start to transform yourself into a better version of who you are. And as long as you don't give up, as long as you keep at it, eventually the pain will transform into something more beautiful, and you will learn. And most importantly, when you look back at that process, you will notice that you're making progress, and that whether you get to where you want to go or not, we don't know, but you can say, yeah, I moved forward, I did something with my life. And man, that is a world of difference from looking back and going, wow, I did nothing during this time. So I hope you join me in listening to this awesome song. I realize, I suppose, that death metal is not everybody's taste, but really, In Flames, really passionate, melodic choruses, great message. I really highly encourage you to check them out and give it a shot, and then again ponder the message, to ponder the meaning. And if you're not feeling anything in your life, then take small steps, but see if you can get yourself to make changes. And if it's met with more pain and more struggle, assure yourself that actually that is a sign of progress, and that you're starting to change, and that is going to be a good thing in the long run. So I hope you take courage and take your steps to start to feel something, even if it's pain. Thank you.